Why do wise people often say less? Have you ever wondered about the power of silence and its connection to knowledge? Let's explore this intriguing topic and discover how being silent can benefit us in ways we might not expect. Think about a time when you felt the urge to speak up, but held back. Did you notice anything different about that moment? There's a hidden strength in silence that many overlook. As we dive into this subject, we'll uncover the surprising advantages of keeping quiet and how it relates to our understanding of the world. The power of silence goes beyond just not speaking. It's about creating space for deeper thoughts and wider perspectives. When we're quiet, we give ourselves room to reflect on ideas more thoroughly. This quiet reflection often leads to a richer understanding of topics, situations, and even ourselves. Listening more opens up new viewpoints we might have missed otherwise. By staying silent, we allow others to share their thoughts and experiences. This exchange can broaden our horizons and challenge our existing beliefs, leading to personal growth and a more comprehensive worldview. As we gain knowledge, we often realize how much more there is to learn. This awareness of the vastness of information can foster a sense of humility. The more we know, the more we understand how little we actually know in the grand scheme of things. This realization can make us more cautious about speaking without proper understanding. There's an interesting phenomenon called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It suggests that people with limited knowledge or expertise in a specific area tend to overestimate their abilities. In contrast, as people become more knowledgeable, they become aware of the complexities and nuances of a subject, which can lead to a more modest assessment of their own skills and knowledge. This understanding of our own limitations can influence how much we choose to speak. When we recognize the depth and breadth of a topic, we might be more inclined to listen and learn rather than rush to voice our opinions. This approach can lead to more thoughtful and valuable contributions when we do decide to speak. In our communication, quality often matters more than quantity. When we speak less, we have the opportunity to choose our words more carefully. This selectiveness can make our speech more impactful and meaningful. Well-chosen words, delivered at the right moment, can have a profound effect on conversations and relationships. Pauses in speech can be powerful tools. They give listeners time to process what's been said and can add emphasis to important points. Silence can create anticipation, allowing your message to sink in more deeply. By using silence strategically, you can enhance the effectiveness of your communication. Silence can be a valuable tool for personal growth. In quiet moments, we can tap into our inner wisdom and gain insights that might be drowned out by constant noise or chatter. Self-reflection in silence allows us to examine our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors more closely, leading to greater self-awareness and personal development. Reducing mental clutter through silence can help us find clarity. In our busy lives, we're often bombarded with information and stimuli. Taking time for quiet reflection can help us sort through this mental noise, allowing us to focus on what's truly important and make clearer decisions. The art of active listening is a skill that can greatly improve our relationships and understanding of others. When we're silent, we create space to truly hear what others are saying, not just with their words, but also through their tone, body language, and what's left unsaid. This deeper level of listening can lead to stronger connections and more meaningful interactions. By actively listening, we open ourselves up to gaining insights from others' experiences. Everyone has a unique perspective shaped by their life journey. When we listen more and talk less, we allow ourselves to learn from these diverse viewpoints, expanding our own understanding of the world. Silence can play a crucial role in decision-making. When faced with important choices, taking time to process information silently can lead to better outcomes. This quiet reflection allows us to consider different angles, weigh pros and cons, and tap into our intuition without the pressure of immediate verbal response. Hasty judgments and impulsive decisions often lead to regret. By incorporating periods of silence into our decision-making process, we give ourselves the opportunity to think things through more thoroughly. This can help us avoid knee-jerk reactions and make choices that align better with our values and long-term goals. Different cultures view silence in various ways. In some societies, silence is highly valued and seen as a sign of wisdom or respect. In others, it might be perceived as uncomfortable or even rude. Understanding these cultural perspectives can help us navigate social situations more effectively and appreciate the diverse ways silence is used around the world. Many traditions and philosophies recognize the value of quietude. From meditation practices in various religions to the concept of noble silence in some spiritual teachings, there's a widespread acknowledgement of the benefits of intentional quiet time. Exploring these different approaches to silence can enrich our own practice and understanding. Incorporating silence into our daily lives doesn't have to be complicated. Starting with small moments of quiet reflection can make a big difference. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before responding in a conversation or spending a few minutes in silence before starting your day. Mindfulness practices can be helpful in enhancing our awareness and comfort with silence. These techniques often involve focusing on the present moment without judgment, which can help us become more attuned to our thoughts and feelings. Regular mindfulness practice can make it easier to find value in silent moments and integrate them into our routines. Our behavior, including our use of silence, can have a ripple effect on those around us. When we demonstrate the ability to be comfortable with quiet and to listen attentively, we model this behavior for others. This can create an environment where thoughtful reflection is valued and where people feel more heard and understood. By being more selective with our words and creating space for silence, we can encourage more meaningful conversations. When people feel less pressure to fill every moment with speech, they often share more authentic and significant thoughts. This can lead to deeper connections and more productive discussions in both personal and professional settings. For many people, silence can be uncomfortable. In a world filled with constant noise and stimulation, quiet moments might feel awkward or even anxiety-inducing. Recognizing this discomfort is the first step in overcoming it. It's important to understand that feeling uneasy with silence is common and that it's possible to develop a new relationship with quiet moments. Building confidence in your presence, rather than relying solely on your words, can be empowering. This involves becoming comfortable with yourself and recognizing that your value doesn't depend on constantly speaking or proving yourself through words. Practicing being silent in social situations can help build this confidence over time. While there are many benefits to silence, it's also important to know when to speak up. Balancing silence and expression is key. There are times when our voice needs to be heard, whether it's standing up for ourselves or others, sharing important information, or expressing our needs and boundaries. Interestingly, using silence strategically can actually amplify your voice when it matters most. When you're selective about when and how you speak, people are more likely to pay attention. Your words can carry more weight if you're known for speaking thoughtfully and not just talking for the sake of making noise. As we conclude, let's recap some of the key benefits of being silent we've explored. Silence can lead to deeper understanding, improved relationships through better listening, more thoughtful decision-making, and personal growth through self-reflection. It can help us communicate more effectively, gain new perspectives, and find inner clarity. The wisdom of silence lies in its ability to create space for thought, for understanding, for growth, and for meaningful connection. By valuing silence alongside speech, we open ourselves up to a richer, more nuanced experience of the world and our place in it. Now, we invite you to share your own experiences with silence. How has being quiet impacted your life? What challenges have you faced in embracing silence, and what benefits have you noticed? Your insights could inspire others on their journey to discovering the power of silence. Consider taking on a silent challenge for your personal growth. This could be as simple as dedicating 5 minutes a day to silent reflection or practicing active listening in your next conversation. Small steps in incorporating more silence into your life can lead to significant positive changes over time. Remember, the goal isn't to stop talking altogether, but to find a balance that allows for deeper understanding, more meaningful connections, and personal growth. By being mindful of when to speak and when to listen, you can harness the power of silence to enrich your life and the lives of those around you. As you move forward, pay attention to the moments of silence in your day. Notice how they make you feel, what thoughts arise, and how they impact your interactions with others. You might be surprised by the insights and changes that emerge from these quiet spaces. Developing comfort with silence is a skill that can be cultivated over time. Like any skill, it takes practice and patience. Don't be discouraged if you find it challenging at first. Each silent moment is an opportunity to grow and learn more about yourself and the world around you. Consider how you can create more opportunities for silence in your daily routine. This might involve turning off background noise, taking short breaks from technology, or finding quiet spaces in nature. Experiment with different approaches to see what works best for you. As you become more comfortable with silence, you may notice changes in how you communicate. You might find yourself listening more attentively, choosing your words more carefully, and feeling more confident in your ability to navigate complex conversations. Remember that silence doesn't always mean agreement or passivity. Sometimes, the most powerful statement can be made through thoughtful silence. By choosing when to speak and when to remain quiet, you can communicate your values and boundaries effectively. Silence can also be a powerful tool for problem solving. When faced with a challenge, taking time for quiet reflection can often lead to creative solutions that might not have emerged in the midst of constant discussion or activity. In our relationships, incorporating more silence can lead to deeper understanding and empathy. By creating space for others to express themselves fully and taking time to process before responding, we can build stronger, more meaningful connections. In professional settings, the strategic use of silence can be particularly impactful. It can demonstrate confidence, encourage others to contribute, and allow for more thoughtful decision-making processes. Leaders who know when to listen and when to speak often earn greater respect and trust from their teams. As you continue on this path of exploring the benefits of silence, be gentle with yourself. It's okay to have moments where you feel the need to fill the silence or where you speak more than you intended. The key is to remain aware and continue learning from each experience. Remember that the goal of embracing silence isn't to become silent all the time, but to find a balance that enhances your life and relationships. It's about adding a valuable tool to your communication toolkit, not about replacing speech entirely. As we wrap up this exploration of silence and its benefits, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Consider how you might apply these insights in your daily life, and what changes you'd like to make in your approach to communication and self-reflection. The journey of discovering the power of silence is ongoing. Each day brings new opportunities to practice, learn, and grow. By staying open to these opportunities, you can continue to deepen your understanding and experience of the benefits of being silent. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of silence and its connection to knowledge and personal growth. We hope you found valuable insights that you can apply in your own life. Remember, in a world that often values noise and constant communication, choosing moments of silence can be a powerful act of self-care and wisdom.